Jillian is a trauma-informed certified subconscious transformation coach. She specializes in radical self-love, metacognition, and the unification of mind and body to help people realize their limitlessness and actualize all of their dreams. Let's give a big, warm welcome to Jillian Seibel-Pulaski!
Thank you. Are you ready? You're making life so much harder than it is. Allow me to disarm that statement. Let's take a moment and acknowledge and validate the very real, full range of emotions, pain, challenges, trials and tribulations we all face in this human experience. You're making life so much harder than it is, and you're not alone in that. It's part of our third dimensional consciousness, our shared humanity, our humanness. But the good news is, you can begin to shift the way you experience yourself and you experience this life when you wake up to the truth of the miracle that you are. And no, I'm not referring to your name, your job, your title, your hobbies, none of that third dimensional wonderful human stuff, but the truth of who you are beneath all that, that which never changes. You are an energetic being having a human experience. There's a place you go deep down inside, and you know it. It is who you are. And it doesn't actually take very much to make that deepest part of us wildly happy. Just to be here, to appreciate being here, to be in touch with your heart and feel that you are alive. It is the sensation of being alive, and if you're feeling fancy, the reverent acknowledgement of the greatness, of the chance of being alive. You are already more than enough just because you are alive. And that's extraordinary, don't you think? Don't you know? It is this deep knowing and sense of being a part of this great, huge, expansive thing that I could never truly put into words, but I'm going to try. You are a totally unique expression of this great oneness. If I could get you to do one thing, it would be to realize how extraordinary you are, how extraordinary life is meant to be, could be, and is, when you choose to access the truth of who you are, a miracle, this fifth dimensional consciousness. The fact that you're alive right now is a miracle. Think about it from a probability standpoint. Think about everything that had to go just right for centuries and centuries and centuries, on and on and on, just for you to exist right here, right now. Think about everything that had to go wrong for generations and generations and generations, just to result in your existence right here, right now. You. Exactly as you are, in all of your strength and all of your flaws, and all of your light and all of your shadows, that full spectrum of humanity and wisdom. The epic, unified movement of everything ever produced you. There has never been anyone exactly like you, and there never will be again. You are one in a zillion, a totally unique expression of this life force energy. Who you are is a gift. Your life is a gift. And here's the funny thing about being human. It's just that we forget the miracle that we truly are and where we come from and the extraordinary gift it is just to be here. So then we settle our focus and attention squarely onto the ordinary that we cling to for safety, for normalcy, Society teaches us that. But then at some point, it's like we get consumed by that. See, when we came here as children, we were overflowing with awe and joy and wonder. That is who you are, remember? When we were born, we were so excited to find out what this is all about and how to be a part of it. And then somewhere along the way, it's like the wonder of it all stopped being enough. We stopped wondering about it and started worrying about ourselves. And it's not that we're intentionally doing a bunch of wrong things, okay? Such is the human condition. Our minds tend to complicate things because they've learned that's just how things are. That's how things are supposed to be. You should be doing this. Somewhere along the way, we learn to cover up the miracle that we truly are, so we can fall into line with what? The ordinary? Whatever societal norms we were raised in expect of us? We as living beings are not ordinary. So through that societal conditioning, it's like we start to roll our eyes at the love and gratitude and connection to it all from which we came. We forget the mind-blowing amazingness of our uniqueness and our source and begin to take it all for granted. Through that societal conditioning, we learn the narratives of hard, pressure, hustle, shrinking, conforming, comparison, and inadequacy, and begin to make it so much harder than it is. So I'm calling out the skepticism towards love and gratitude and letting it be easy as the self-protection method that it is. See, somewhere along the way, you may have learned that you were not enough, or that it has to be hard to be worthy. So your subconscious mind is trying to protect you by proving yourself right about that. Your subconscious mind would rather dismiss what I am saying to you about love and gratitude so that it can keep you safe by keeping you the same and in alignment with what you learned. But you can choose differently. You can relearn, you can reprogram, you can free yourself from the matrix. Your brain is so neuroplastic. Love and gratitude, expressing your true self and sharing that with others, that's it. That's the point. And it can be that simple and feel amazing. This is the fifth dimensional choice. Raising your energetic vibration, healing, elevating your consciousness. You've probably heard of all of the empirical evidence that love and gratitude are happiness boosters, that mindfulness is the pathway to enlightenment, but how often do you actually choose to experience that for yourself while you're alive? Do you realize the ripple effect you would have on this world if you prioritized this electromagnetic frequency of love and gratitude and fifth dimensional consciousness? And sure, along the way we learned that instead of celebrating ourselves, we should be worrying about ourselves and trying to prove how brilliant we are. So then our laser focus goes right back to that hard, pressure, hustle, shrinking, work, produce, perform until we die. The only bit of truth in that is that one day we will die. Let me put it into perspective for you. Australian hospice nurse Bronnie Ware identified the top 5 regrets of the dying. The top 5 regrets of the dying are: 1, I wish I had lived a life true to myself and not the life others expected of me. 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Every single male patient felt that he had missed his child's youth and partner's companionship. And side note, in a world of rising female leadership, this includes you too, ladies. 3, I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. 4, I wish I'd stayed in touch with my friends. And 5, I wish I had let myself be happier and realized that happiness was a choice. Let that sink in for a moment. Can we learn from that? When we are on our deathbed or facing our mortality, we kind of wake up to the truth of the miracle that we are and the extraordinary gift it is just to be here. And it is a real shame to make life such a fuss when you ought to be having the time of your life. So, you're still alive. You still have the chance to realign your focus and attention to the miracle that you are every day. And sometimes we forget, and that's okay. Can we give ourselves some grace for being human? And then can we follow that up with some love and gratitude for being human? Let's get excited about life again. You are a fifth dimensional consciousness, energetic being, having a human experience. Yes. Please stop taking yourself so seriously and enjoy the ride already. Do you need help? Ask for it. There are endless modalities to healing and paths to enlightenment. Choose any one. Start now. You can heal. You can relearn. You can change. You can grow. You can reprogram. I promise you. Positive psychology continues to evidence happiness boosters. Here are 5. Optimism. Prioritizing interpersonal relationships. Counting your blessings. Expressing gratitude to others. And mindfulness. Which one are you going to prioritize so that you don't meet your mortality with regret? Instead, maybe you meet your mortality knowing that you had a great time, and 10 out of 10 would recommend living to others. We're making life so much harder than it is. But when we choose to wake up to the miracle that we are every day, we get to realize the love and gratitude and uniqueness of our soul while we are here. The totally unique expression of who you are is your magic and your medicine. It's time to wake up to the truth of the miracle that you are and what you get to be a part of. Thank you.
Forever.